Number 21, Gareth Bale, €101 million. Gareth Bale made a huge move from Tottenham to Real Madrid for €101 million in 2013. Known for his speed and powerful left foot, Bale became one of Europe's top players. He won multiple Champions League titles with Real Madrid, cementing his legacy as one of the club's best signings. His transfer showed how a player's value can rise with big performances on the biggest stages. Although his time at Madrid ended unexpectedly, Bale's place in football history is secure. Number 20, Paul Pogba, €105 million. Paul Pogba's €105 million return to Manchester United in 2016 was one of the most talked about moves of the year. After a tough start at Old Trafford, he found success with Juventus and then came back to United. Known for his skill, creativity and physicality, he helped France win the 2018 World Cup. His time at United had ups and downs, but Pogba's impact on the game was clear. The next transfer on the list also involved a big return, just like Pogba's move. Number 19, Neymar, $222 million. Neymar's $222 million transfer from Barcelona to PSG remains the most expensive football deal in history. This move shocked the football world and set the stage for future transfers to push the limits. Neymar's arrival in Paris saw him join forces with fellow Brazilian Thiago Silva, who was already at PSG, leading to a powerful partnership. Neymar's playmaking ability helped PSG dominate domestically and reach the Champions League final, but funnily enough, the next player on our list also made a major move from Spain to France. Keep watching to find out who. Number 8, Ousmane Dembele, €105 million. Ousmane Dembele's transfer to Barcelona in 2017 marked the beginning of a new era for the club. His €105 million price tag showed the belief Barcelona had in his raw potential. With his blistering pace and exceptional dribbling skills, Dembele became a key figure for Barcelona in the post-Messi era. While injuries hampered his career, his talent was clear. Interestingly, Dembele shares a major common thread with a player coming up next, as both joined their current teams in 2017. The next player would also see a massive price tag and would also play for a major European club. Number 17, Kylian Mbappe, €180 million. Kylian Mbappe's €180 million move from Monaco to PSG in 2018 was a transfer that left the football world in awe. At just 19 years old, Mbappe was already a World Cup winner with France and one of the most explosive talents in the world. Joining forces with Neymar, he helped PSG claim several Ligue 1 titles and become the centerpiece of the team's attack. Mbappe's rise to stardom mirrors a similar path to another Frenchman who is about to join a club that also had a big summer transfer move. Wait for it. Number 16, Philippe Coutinho, €145 million.
Philippe Coutinho's €145 million move from Liverpool to Barcelona in 2018 was seen as a dream transfer at the time. His technical brilliance and flair had dazzled the Premier League, and Barcelona fans expected him to become the next creative engine of their midfield. However, things didn't go according to plan. Coutinho struggled to replicate his Liverpool form, often looking lost in Barca's system. Despite the inconsistencies, he still won La Liga titles and lifted the Champions League trophy, with Bayern Munich on loan from FC Barcelona, where he made meaningful contributions. Interestingly, that same year, another huge name made a blockbuster move not to Spain, but from Spain to Italy.
Number 15, Cristiano Ronaldo, €100 million. Cristiano Ronaldo's €100 million move from Real Madrid to Juventus in 2018 was a shock for many. The Portuguese superstar left behind a dynasty at Madrid, having won 4 Champions League titles with the club. His goal-scoring exploits continued at Juventus, where he won multiple Serie A titles and set numerous records. What's intriguing is how the next player to make a big move in the same year also faced high expectations, just like Ronaldo, but instead of going to Italy, he headed to Spain, setting up a major shift in Europe's transfer landscape. Number 14, Joao Felix, €126 million. Joao Felix became one of the most expensive teenagers in football history when he joined Atletico Madrid for €126 million in 2019. Known for his skill and vision, he was expected to be the next star after shining at Benfica. At Atletico, he won the 2020-21 La Liga title but struggled with inconsistency and loan moves, including a brief stint at Chelsea. Despite some great moments, he hasn't fully lived up to the hype. Interestingly, the next player on this list would later become Felix's Barcelona teammate, with his own dramatic transfer story. Number 13, Antoine Griezmann, 120 million euros. Antoine Griezmann left Atletico Madrid in 2019 after winning the Europa League and World Cup, joining Barcelona for 120 million euros. The expectations were massive, but the fit never quite worked. He scored important goals and won a Copa del Rey with Barca, but he never replicated his Atleti form. He returned to Atletico in 2021, where he picked up again and became their all-time top scorer. Despite the ups and downs, Griezmann remains one of the most technically gifted forwards of his generation. And the next man who also made a huge money move in 2019 was supposed to be the heir to Cristiano at Madrid, but things took a very different turn. Number 12, Eden Hazard, 100 million euros. Eden Hazard's 100 million euro move to Real Madrid in 2019 was meant to be the beginning of a new Galactico era. After winning 2 Premier Leagues, 2 Europa Leagues, and multiple Player of the Season awards at Chelsea, Hazard arrived in Spain with sky-high expectations, but injuries plagued his time at Madrid. He managed to win 2 La Liga titles and the Champions League, but barely played a part in those successes. From Chelsea's magician to Madrid's most expensive passenger, Hazard's career decline stunned fans. Still, he shared a locker room with someone who's now the most expensive Englishman ever. Stick around, he's coming. Number 11, Jack Grealish, 118 million euros. In 2021, Jack Grealish became England's most expensive player when he moved from Aston Villa to Manchester City for 118 million euros. He went from leading a mid-table team to becoming part of Pep Guardiola's possession-focused squad. The first year was slow, but in year 2, he exploded, playing a crucial role in City's historic treble-winning season Premier League, FA Cup, and Champions League in 2023. His off-the-ball work, control, and tactical discipline were vital. After lifting the treble, he definitely enjoyed his celebrations. But next up is a player who also made waves with his transfer through this time. It was a messy return to a club that had already let him go once. Number 10, Romelu Lukaku, 115 million euros. Romelu Lukaku's 115 million euro move back to Chelsea in 2021 looked like the final piece of the puzzle. He just won Serie A with Inter and was tearing up defenders for fun. Chelsea fans were hyped until the goals dried up. After an explosive debut, things nosedived. An infamous interview, poor form, and tactical mismatch saw him benched. He returned to Inter on loan and is still searching for a stable home. Coming up next is a French midfielder beast who also came from Monaco, but instead of returning to a former club, he chose Real Madrid and never looked back. Number 9, Aurélien Tchouameni, 100 million euros. In 2022, Aurélien Tchouameni joined Real Madrid for 100 million euros, becoming the future star of their midfield. After impressive seasons at Monaco, he quickly showed his skills in passing, interceptions, and composure. Although he didn't win trophies in his first season, he became part of a new midfield trio with Bellingham and Camavinga in his second season. Tchouameni isn't flashy, but he's exactly the kind of player Madrid builds dynasties around. And now, let's talk about a striker who replaced a legend at Liverpool. Number 8, Darwin Núñez, 100 million euros. Darwin Núñez's 100 million euro move to Liverpool came with big boots to fill. He was expected to become the next Suarez, quick, aggressive, and a menace in the box. While he hasn't broken scoring records yet, he did become the most expensive signing in Liverpool's history at the time. He helped the team lift the Community Shield in 2022 and became known for his relentless pressing and chaotic energy. His raw potential is undeniable, but consistency is still the missing piece. Funny how 100 million euros gets you chaos sometimes. But wait till you see another 100 million euro winger in red on this list. Someone with more flair than final product. Number 7's up next. Number 7, Antony, 100 million euros. Antony joined Manchester United with flair and a 100 million euro price tag. His debut goal versus Arsenal had fans excited, but soon, those dreams turned into jokes. Though he won the EFL Cup and became the 4th most expensive Brazilian, his performances were often more about stepovers than impact. But speaking of Brazilians, number 6 cost even more and actually won the World Cup. Let's talk about Enzo. Number 6, Enzo Fernandez, 121 million euros. Fresh off winning the 2022 World Cup with Argentina, Enzo Fernandez joined Chelsea for 121 million euros, breaking the British transfer record. His transfer fee was historic, and so was his rise, from River Plate to world champion in less than 2 years. Enzo quickly became a regular in Chelsea's midfield, known for his passing range and composure. He hasn't won much with Chelsea yet, but his individual brilliance is obvious. His arrival also signaled Chelsea's wild spending era, and if you thought 121 million euros was crazy,
Wait until you see the Chelsea signing who somehow cost even more. But before we get to that, let's talk about the Ukrainian Mbappe.
Number 5, Mikhailo Mudryk, 100 million euros. Chelsea hijacked Arsenal's move for Mikhailo Mudryk and dropped 100 million euros like it was spare change. For that price, they expected a Ukrainian Mbappe. Instead, they got speed, chaos, and the occasional cross into Rosie. While Mudryk scored his first Premier League goal in 2023, it took him nearly 20 appearances, but he's still young and Chelsea believe he can grow into a top winger. And coming up at number 4 is someone who actually lived up to the hype. Welcome to the Jude era. Number 4, Jude Bellingham, 134 million euros. At 134 million euros, Jude Bellingham didn't just join Real Madrid, he owned it. The English midfielder went from Borussia Dortmund captain to Madrid's game-changer overnight. He's already won the Supercopa de España, La Liga and Champions League in this debut season and dominated all the El Clásicos that season and became the youngest Madrid player to score in his first 4 La Liga games. And at just 20, he's shattering midfield expectations. It's rare a teenager becomes the heartbeat of the biggest club in the world, but Jude's not rare. He's generational. Still, Madrid didn't have the most expensive transfer of the year. That title, stolen by another Premier League Cup. Number 3 is up next, and he came from Brighton. Number 3, Moises Caicedo, 134 million euros. 134 million euros for a defensive midfielder. Chelsea went all in on Moises Caicedo, breaking the British transfer record again after Enzo. Caicedo had bossed the midfield at Brighton and brought the very same energy to Stamford Bridge. Tackles, interceptions, and that rocket goal versus Manchester United showed why he is rated so highly. But pressure followed the price tag, especially when he racked up more yellow cards than assists. Still, Chelsea believes he's their long-term engine. Funny thing, he now partners with the same guy who broke the transfer record before him. But the next one up didn't come for defending or dribbling. Number 2 was all about leadership. Arsenal fans, this one's for you. Number 2, Declan Rice, 122 million euros. Arsenal paid 122 million euros for Declan Rice, a price that would overwhelm most players, but Rice stayed calm. He became Arsenal's midfield leader, adding strength and experience. At West Ham, he had already won the UEFA Conference League and was a top captain. At Arsenal, he brought a solid presence, breaking up attacks and making key passes, but
Rice wasn't the only expensive English player in 2023. His national teammate also left London in search of trophies.
Number 1 is Harry, and he's the real deal. Number 1, Harry Kane, $120 million. $120 million. That's what Bayern paid to rescue Harry Kane from a decade of maybe next season at Spurs. England's all-time top scorer walked into Germany and started wrecking Bundesliga defenses like they owed him money. He smashed scoring records in his debut season, becoming the fastest Bayern player to hit 20 league goals. The Champions League hunt is still on, but this move finally gave him the stage he deserves. From North London heartbreak to Bavarian dominance, Kane's glow-up is real. And just like that, the 100+ million euro club ends with a striker who's been world-class and now finally winning. Which transfer shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed the breakdown, like and share it around. If you're into football history, our last video unpacked every Champions League winner in 15 minutes. Don't miss it. Subscribe now.